For the Infinite Hero Dodge Charger Nitro. Hey, this is Fast Jack Beckman, the driver of the Infinite Hero Dodge Charger Nitro funny car, 10,000 horsepower, and you're listening to Drag Racing Weekly.
You're listening to Drag Racing Weekly, a weekly podcast about NHRA drag racing.
Hey, this is Ron Cass driving an Apple Auto Parts fuel funny car, and you're listening to Drag Racing Weekly.
You can call or text the official DRW hotline at any time at 406-577-1600.
Hey, this is Larry Dixon. When I'm not going 300 miles an hour, I'm listening to Drag Racing Weekly.
All calls or texts may be played or read on the air. Like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and don't forget, for your high-quality NHRA and Yellowstone drag strip videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
This is Tony Schumacher, the eight-time NHRA World Champion. You're listening to Drag Racing Weekly.
Now handing it over to our hosts, Tyler Jackson and Taylor Larson. This is DRW. All songs recorded and produced by Five Finger Death Punch, so please do not sue us. Have a... Is DRW with Tyler Jackson.
Taylor Larson.
How we doing tonight, folks? This is DRW again.
We're great.
Drag Racing Weekly here. Tons to talk about tonight.
Tons.
Lots of production going on in the studio. Finally back again. YouTube channel will be hitting the stage back in a couple of hours.
Should I upload last week's videos?
I thought you did.
Nope. I have them, but I didn't upload them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then yes.
Yep.
So tons of new videos coming up at you from YDS with the Nova. And such of other things. NHRA news coming up tonight. Larry Dixon's back in the hot seat.
Woo!
But not here in America.
Not on his podcast.
Yeah. We have no idea what happened to Dixon's World Rides. Ran out of them.
We only had 2.
So we got a little bit to talk about Larry Dixon. Leah Pritchett, got a little bit of news on her. Don't forget, coming up later in a couple of, not a couple of hours, in just a little while, we will have Nova News, along with John Force Tweets, one of our favorite segments.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk a little bit tonight about why Taylor missed one of the greatest opening weekends at YDS.
Although it was not the opening weekend.
No, but it was more of like a starting for our season.
Yeah.
We'll talk about some of the YDS events coming up, along with some of the biggest NHRA events coming up as well.
Yep.
So we'll talk about that here before too long. But first, we're going to do what we always do and kick off the points on who is leading your points.
Who is leading our points?
Well, you know, it's finally, what? It's been like a mix-up here. And once the app loads, because I don't know it off the top of my head, and it's not under sports, so why does this make not sense? So, anyway, I'm talking gibberish tonight, which is absolutely normal. I'm just tired, okay?
Me too.
I've been working all day, all week, later than normal, and it's killing me. Anyway, so Top Fuel app finally loaded. First is Doug Coletta with 847 points. Second is Antron Brown. Third, we got Steve Torrance. Fourth, she used to be leading, but now not so much. Brittany Force. Fifth is Tony Schumacher. He looks like he's moving up in there, so hopefully he can get a hold on something here. Sixth, J.R. Todd. Seventh is Clay Milliken. Eighth is Richie Crampton. Ninth, Sean Langdon. 10th, Leah Pritchett. She hasn't really moved.
Not really.
Which is interesting for not racing, but racing.
Yeah.
So it's, I mean, she's obviously holding the. Right now she's clenched
In the countdown.
countdown. Yes, she has not made the Traxxas shootout yet, so she's gonna have to try for that.
I think she did.
Did she?
Not because she won like twice.
Oh, she might have. Yeah, good point. Terry McMillan's 11th. Scott Palmer is 12th. 13th is Dave Connolly. 14th, Troy Buff. 15th is Terry Haddock, and 16th is not Chris Caramassini, but
Oh no.
Smacks Smith. That's what it is. SMAX Smith. Smack Smith. Taylor's dying. He about choked on his food. He's eating in the studio. He about died when they said that. That's what it says. I'm just saying. SMAX Smith. It took me a minute to figure out how I was going to pronounce that. Smack Smith. So, I wonder if that's a thing. Yes, it's a thing. I wonder if it's a typo.
Probably.
All right.
Pro stock.
Pro stock, huh? Interesting. He's taking my positions.
Funny car. Ron Capps is the leader. Didn't he win again?
He did.
Yes, he did. Jack Beckman in second. He did. There's Tim Wilkerson. No, it's not. Courtney Force.
Oh, so she's moving up as well.
Yeah.
No, she's not. She was leading, wasn't she?
She was.
Yeah. So she's not moving up.
Fourth is Tim Wilkerson. Fifth is Del Worsham. Then
You know, you can really tell, like, when, like, I listen to our shows every once in a while.
And then this happens.
Yeah, you get really close, and then we just get really quiet.
Mm-hmm. John Force is 8th. 9th is Tommy Johnson Jr. 10th is Alexis DeJoria. 11th is Chad Head. And then Cruz Pedregon. He's out of the countdown right now. That's not good. John Hale, Jeff Deal, James Campbell, and Dave Richards is 16th.
So kicking it off into Pro Stock. Jason Lyon. Are we surprised? But he is still
I'm
first.
shocked.
Second is Greg Anderson. Third, Bo Butner the third. Fourth is Alan Johnson. They're actually starting to catch up a little bit, but he's still over 100 points behind. So
Wow.
take that for what it's worth. Fifth is Drew Skillman. Sixth is Chris McGahey. Seventh is Vincent Nobile. Eighth is Jed Coughlin Jr. Ninth, Alex Laughlin. 10th is Erica Enders. She's dropping back. She is not holding on. Well, she is. I mean, she's got her spot in the countdown as of right now, but man, she is struggling with this situation of a race season. 11th is Shane Gray. 12th is V. Gaines. 3rd is Kenny Delco. 14th, Derek Kramer. 15th is John Gatos Jr. And 16th is Aaron Strong. Taylor's going out of the studio, so I'm watching Taylor come back into the studio.
First is Andrew Hines.
No, it's not.
If by first you mean fourth. First is Eddie Krawick. Jerry Savoy. Second, Angie Sampe actually took home the win.
She did.
She
It's-
did.
It's great news.
Yeah. Andrew Hines, Chip Ellis, Hector Rana, Senior. Ellie Tomlin, the fourth.
Stop. Speak normal, because it drives me absolutely nuts when this happens.
Garen Stouffer, Scott Polachek, Steve Johnson. Let's take a look at who's out of the countdown right now. Michael Ray Jr., Matt Smith.
I wonder if he's ready to smack Smith.
Probably is. Hector Rana Jr., Melissa Serber, James Underdahl, and Michael Phillips.
That said Phelps. I was like,
Same.
whoa! Okay, so we're going to take a quick peek at your Summer Nationals event winners.
Yep.
Top Fuel, we had Steve Torrance, who took home the win against Tony Schumacher, who actually made it. It was his first final of the year.
Oh.
So congrats to Tony Schumacher and Steve Torrance. Funny car. It was. Well, we already talked about it. But
Ron Cap.
against Jack Beckman, which is exactly the exact same that happened 2 weeks... It was 2 weeks or 1 week ago? 1 week ago. All right, Pro Stock. We had Jason Line and Greg Anderson in the finals. Greg Anderson was able to take home the win over Jason Line because Jason Line took home a .024 negative on the tree.
Oh, can't do that.
And Pro Stock Motorcycle actually raced.
They did.
And like we said just a couple of minutes ago,
Angie Sampe.
which is Angel Sampe, but
Yes,
we call her Angie Sampe,
Funny story.
took home the win against Jerry Savoy. I said that so weird. Alrighty, well, that was interesting. I said that kind of oddly. So those are your Summer National event. Event results.
Yep.
A little bit of NHRA news coming up. Crew member spotlight, Matt Bynum. So that we'll talk about that here in a little bit.
Why don't we talk about it right now?
Because we're talking about former funny car world champion. It's freaking out, so hold on here, okay? Former funny car world champion Height excited about possibilities heading to Bristol.
Me too.
Robert Height might not have gotten the results he wanted out of his 10,000 horsepower funny car last weekend at Englishtown, but former world champion remains upbeat when he considers the possibilities. Height's new Camaro funny car is only 2 races old, and his John Force Racing team is still making adjustments to the considerable changes. But Height has already seen the potential in places. So that's cool. They're obviously talking about the new body style of the cars, and I don't know if those new cars came with new chassis or what they came with, but I know that they're having a whole new setup kind of deal, and so it's kind of neat that they're getting ready for that, which is awesome.
That's incredible.
That's incredible.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
That's your problem.
we were talking a little bit about Matt Bynum. I couldn't get it to load earlier, so now it's loaded. Matt Bynum is the bottom end technician for the DHL Toyota Funny Car, driven by Del Worsham. Bynum builds all... You're an ass. Bynum builds all of the short blocks for the team and removes the oil pans to service the entire rotating assembly of the engine between rounds. 24-year-old Bynum has already accomplished a great deal in the sport. His late father, Chris, was a sportsman, racer, and a crew member for Gary Densham. Bynum was a teenager, who soaked up knowledge for various teams around Southern California, for which he wrenched. He was a part of the 3 consecutive NHRA Hot Rod Heritage Racing Series championships as a founding member of the Jason... I can't pronounce his last name.
Line?
Nostalgic Funny Car.
Oh.
So a little bit here and there. I like to do things in kind of a fun voice, in case you missed it.
We know.
So that's kind of the main news that we're looking at. I'm not sure what the notebook is. I actually don't think I've ever paid attention to this.
It's just like some kind of things.
Blogs?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Catching up with DSR. Drivers Shop. Don't forget to check out their website.
Don't forget.
What else we got here? A couple of videos that we could probably scroll through and play for you guys.
We can probably do that.
Trying to keep
if it'll
things
work.
Trying to keep things a little bit on the upload.
On the what?
Or on the there goes the app. On the I don't know. We're trying to keep things going with NHRA more than normal. As we get to the half point show where we just ran out of things to talk about.
Pretty much.
So,
but that's all right.
Yeah. Where is?
It's right here. Or not.
Wait, no, I need.
What do you want?
YOTubo.
YOTubo.
Anyway, getting ready to head to Bristol, I believe.
Yep, Thunder Valley.
Yeah, so that's coming up pretty soon.
Wow. It's going to be a great day.
It will be indeed. Checking out some of the most interesting things going on down there at Bristol, Tennessee.
Yeah.
So yeah. We were waiting for this to load.
Yes, but now it's loaded.
No, it's not.
What? Figure it out.
So anyway, talk a little bit about our sponsors. Just a hair.
Red's Prints and Signs.
Red's Prints and Signs. White Heating and Air Conditioning. Rodenberger Paint. Plastics Unlimited. Montana Premier Entertainment. This is not working. Why is the internet so slow?
White Heating and Air Conditioning.
I already said that.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, we like to
Wix
thank
Air
you twice.
Filters.
They're awesome.
They are awesome.
And Mountain Dew. So
we're trying to get the computer to load. I really am out of things to chat about at the moment.
Well, you know, that's all right.
Okay. So. Okay, getting ready to finally listen to a couple of videos. Now, NHRA
Woo-hoo.
Top Fuel Funny Car driver Jack Beckman had quite the wild ride. I wouldn't say last weekend. Well, was it last weekend? I think it was last weekend.
We don't really know.
Anyway, and what a crazy. He had a huge engine explosion.
Oh no.
And he walked away okay.
We always like him to walk away okay. You never want to see anyone hurt. So that's good.
Where's the volume? Oh, please stop.
Hot off. This is it good.
No.
Go to the tank. Turn off monitoring.
Where's it at? Here?
Yes. And turn the middle thing on. Yes.
Okay.
Turn off the playlist. Perfect.
Okie dokie, we're going to listen to a little bit of Jack Beckman and his wild ride. I thought this was the actual video. This is a slow-mo.
Oh.
Here, Jack Beckman talks. Here we go. This is from Jack Beckman.
Hey guys, I'm Dan.
And I'm Phil.
And we are in a Barnes & Noble store where our book, The Amazing Book Is Not on Fire, will be out on October 13th.
You should have tried that in an American Yeah, a scary moment there for Jack Beckman in that race car. Can you take us through from the start what you were feeling, what happened?
Yeah, I mean, it was moving around some. This racetrack can be exciting as a driver. The groove can get tight, and sometimes you got to stage off to the inside to get in better rubber at the starting line. You know, I pulled it back, and it's moving around some. I think it just started to spin the tires. That's one of those ones where you wish you had a tenth of a second earlier to get off the throttle, because what could have happened is it might have tagged an intake valve, and big explosion, John. I mean, that's one of the biggest ever. And the worst for me, because the oil was completely all over my visor. I actually had time to reach up with my glove and wipe it off, and until then I couldn't see anything. And it's just nice to know that you're not going into the wall. You look at this safety gear, my gloves are burned, my fire suit's burned, and I'm okay. 40 years ago that wouldn't have been the case with a fire like that. So, you know, you want to thank the impacts of the world for making us the best safety equipment out there. I feel bad tearing up the car. That's a lot of damage. I mean, we've got another body, we've got other engine parts. We've got a couple hours. It's going to be interesting to see if we can get it back up on the starting line for Q4, because you really do want that data going into race day. Tomorrow might be a completely different day, but we need to make sure everything's working on our car. You know, not just the tune-up, but the data acquisition, all the clutch lines. So I really want to try to get it back up there for the Epping fans and you guys at home.
You know, Jack, watching it on television and watching it here at the track, it happens almost instantaneously, yet you're able to break it down like that. Does something like that, when it happens, does your mind go into like a slow motion kind of mode?
Oh, yeah, you're screaming in slow motion. Yeah, no, I mean, it's a helpless feeling. When it kicks the body, it'll automatically deploy the parachutes because they were mounted to the body. And it's funny because twice I went over and said, make sure the chutes are out. And you're like, okay, the chutes are out because the body's not on the car. Then you're thinking, get the fire bottles on, get the fuel shut off. Well, guess what? It shut the fuel off with the safety switch on there. And then it's just don't hit anything. But when you can't see, you don't know where anything is out there, much less where John Hale is in the other lane. And that's the terrifying aspect, is you're trying to slow this thing down. It's bouncing. There's oil all over the tires, and you're not quite sure where you're going. Once I wiped the oil off and I saw, okay, not only am I slowing down, I'm not going to hit anything, that's kind of a nice feeling. So it's interesting, once you get out of the car, you don't really have that adrenaline dump like you would driving on the freeway and getting in a near miss out there. You're just kind of happy that it didn't end up worse than it did by crashing the chassis. I just feel bad for tearing up that Infinite Hero Dodge.
Well, thank you, Jack, and it's great to see you get out of that car okay.
Yeah, it's nice to be here. Let me tell you, honey, I'm fine.
And indeed, he was all right from that wild ride. So anyway, that was back in Epping. Yeah. So kind of a cool little dealio there. Well, not really cool, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Ron Capps set a world record at Englishtown. Or, sorry, a track record. World record. No. Track record. Here's Ron Capps' second win in a row. What the? What is going on?
With the holiday season upon us, the search is on for the perfect gift.
Trying to go back-to-back as a race winner for the first time since 2009. And in that Toyota lane, you know how badly fast Jack Beckman wants to win after coming up short a couple of times already this year. And it's going to happen again.
95, good job.
Ron Capps, Ron Tobler, Napa know-how, another solid 395. And Ron Capps has gone and won back-to-back races for the first time since the start of the 2009 season.
Ron, congratulations. What a streak. What a start to this Eastern Swing.
Emotional day, man. Scott Coletta lost his life a few feet from you and I, and every morning we drive in and we think about him. What a job, Ron Tobler. But our Napa guys, man, they put it time and time again, this car together. Nothing goes wrong with it, and that's what it takes, man. You hear the Napa know-how I talk about, and that's it. E3, Carlisle, the best tools in the business, best spark plugs, Pennzoil, all the guys. But Don Schumacher, what a win. 47th annual race, the 50th anniversary of the funny car.
We'll see you in the Sunoco winner's circle.
Yeah! Wow, he is excited as all get out. Now, our computers are doing something a little odd.
It's very strange.
It's not letting us video or watch what we are seeing. So that's kind of interesting.
What do you think?
Yeah, listen to a little bit of Mike Green.
Hi, I'm Mike Green, crew chief for the U.S. Army Top Fuel Dragster, driven by Tony Schumacher. I really like cooking, especially seafood pasta dishes, and if I wasn't a crew chief, one thing I might do is be a chef. One of the proudest moments of my career didn't necessarily happen on the track, is when my daughter sang the national anthem at the shootout of the U.S. Nationals a couple years ago. My approach to any race weekend is really concentrating on Q1. I think it's very important to make a great run Q1 so you can set up that second qualifying run, which usually are best conditions. One of the biggest challenges in my career was the development and implementation of the top fuel canopy. It took our entire team a couple years working on this project to get it race ready and approved by NHRA for competition. If I won the lottery, I'd probably take care of my family and friends, maybe some favorite charities, and take my wife, buy a house in Turks and Caicos, and we might never be heard from again.
That was Mike Green with the U.S. Army Dragster Time Schumacher Top Fuel.
Yep.
Wow.
So we were talking a little bit earlier about Matt Bynum, and here's a little more on him.
With Matt Bynum, the bottom end guy for Dale Worsham. Matt, what are your job responsibilities?
In between rounds, we take the oil pan off, knock all 8 rods and pistons out, knock 3 of the main caps down, and inspect the crankshaft, make sure it's not cracked or broke or blackened or anything like that. And then once it's all good, we put 8 fresh rods and pistons right back in it, put the main caps back up, put the oil pan back on, and help anyone else out where I can.
In your spare time, you race a nostalgia funny car. Is it your dream to become a driver one day?
Oh, I'd love to do it. I mean, it's fun, but, it takes a ton of money. But, right now I'm happy doing what I'm doing. But, yeah, ultimately I'd love to get the chance to come out here and drive the rest of these guys.
Has your boss, Dale Worsham, given you any advice for this?
Dale's always been helpful. Any questions I have, he's been more than willing to give me advice. And, he's one of those guys who's been racing forever and been through everything. So he's pretty good guy to have as like a sounding board and trying to learn, outside the car so you don't have to learn the hard lessons inside the car.
What's the best thing he said to you?
Just have fun, really. Just enjoy it and take advantage of it because there's not many people that get to do it. So just enjoy it and have fun.
Not really what I was expecting, but that's kind of cool. Now we're going to hear from the NHRA 101, learn how good your tires withstand 10,000 horsepower.
Woo. Round, black, and rubber. Those are the things most people think of at the mention of tires. But consider this. The tire is the only part of the car that touches the road. And when that car is capable of going over 330 miles per hour, the tire better be able to withstand the pressure. That's where Goodyear comes in. For over 50 years, Goodyear has been developing, building, and racing in the NHRA.
Yeah.
Each tire is hand-built at a rate 3 times slower than the hand-built tires Goodyear produces for NASCAR. This is due to their size and construction. The rear tires on a Nitro Funny Car and Top Fuel Dragster are identical. They're designed to be 114 inches in circumference. But in order to withstand the 10,000 horsepower launch, they have to have a bias ply construction, meaning the cords overlap inside of the tire. This creates a range of sizes. Crew chiefs will pick a shorter tire when the track is cool and a taller tire when it heats up. When a car launches, you'll see the sidewall of it wrinkle. This is because the operating PSI is only between 7 and 9 pounds. Your street car is probably closer to 32. So yes, they are round, black, and made of rubber, but they are so much more than that.
Yep.
So that's kind of nice.
Thank you to NHRA for that video.
Now, they said that, just saying, they said the NHRA tires are hand-built. I don't remember the amount, but 10 times the amount of time than NASCAR tires. Cool. Because they're better.
That has nothing to do with anything. a presidential election takes longer than an NHRA event, that doesn't mean a presidential election is better than an NHRA event, just because it takes longer.
Fair enough. Fair enough. End of discussion. That's all I got.
All right.
Battle 1.
Boom.
That was gold. That was pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with that one. Oh, that was pretty awesome.
If you guys missed last week's show, it's probably better for you. Ow! Because last week's show was awesome. But now we're looking on YouTube here. I don't know what we're really looking for.
Now, like we said earlier, sponsors. Here is one of our
Oh my dear, I'm so lonely. Hurry up.
We repair, we restore, we renew. We just want you back together. Mako, America's Body Shop. Compared to other body shops, Mako is 33% less and offers lifetime warranties.
So, don't forget to get Mako. Anyway, so back from commercial break. What?
Nothing.
Now we're going to start kicking things over to a little bit of YDS stuff coming up here soon. What are you doing?
I got this from the gas station.
Oh, nice. I'm curious. Jesus.
Me too, because I don't know where it is.
Got a ton of info here in the studio. Hey, nice money. You do owe me some, by the way. I actually owe my dad some. DPT?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I know I still gotta pay him too. Is it in the folder?
I don't think it's in the folder.
You want me to move?
No.
So, anyway, I don't know what he's doing.
Maybe it is. Yup.
Oh, it is inside of the folder. Now, keep that out. We're gonna need it.
After I put it away.
So, coming up is the Big Sky Nationals. It's the first annual Big Sky Nationals. So check those out if you're from Billings, Montana.
Or if you're not.
Well, yeah, you can come.
Oh, I tricked. Big scoop. Oh, no. If you can find one of these fancy coupons, you can get some adults 2 for $25 or kids 2 for $5 at the tickets.
Now, it's going to be kind of a fun weekend out at the YDS coming up. Not this weekend, but 2 weeks. 2 weekends. Not this weekend, but next week. Coming up. It's actually a 3-day event. YDS is a 3-day event. First annual Big Sky Nationals kicking it off Friday at 10 a.m. Gates will open. Test and tunes are 1 to 5 p.m. Qualifying at 5 p.m. Eliminations at 7. Featured cars, which will be Bill Decker and some funny cars, coming at 7 and 9:30 p.m.
We also have the door car versus dragster.
We do. So that'll be kind of fun. And then they have a live band that'll be playing. No idea who it is, what it is, or...
I saw it on Facebook. It's like Hillbilly Hat or something.
Oh, it's no fun.
No.
Five-finger death punch.
No five-finger death punch.
Darn. Anyway, adults for Friday are $15. Kids 6 through 12 years of age are $5. Wait a minute. Yeah. Adults for a 3-day pass is $45, which is $5 less than the whole package. Saturday, gates open at 8, qualifying at 12 p.m., eliminations at 5, which is kind of interesting. You would think that they'd start a little bit earlier since they have a long, a bigger car count. The jet cars, funny cars, will be 3, 6, and 9 p.m. Then kicking off Sunday, we're rolling out at 8 a.m. Gates open, eliminations at 9. No.
What?
Sorry, qualifying at 9.
Check this out.
p.m. Wait a minute.
Qualifying
Wait a minute.
is
Wait
at
a
9
minute.
p.m.
Whoa!
Or before qualifying.
Holy moly! That's interesting. Damn, we're.
Wow, that's a late qualifying.
Why do you have to? Why are we sitting there for 12 hours not doing anything? That's funny.
That's awesome.
I didn't even notice that. I wonder if they did.
Probably not.
Don't forget, we also have the Super 16 shootout door car versus dragster, like Taylor said. Friday night, it's a $7,500 payout race, so that's kind of neat. Event is sponsored by Big Sky Collision and Denny Menholt Chevrolet of Billings. Friday, June 24th, adults 2 for $25 with this coupon, and kids 2 for $5 with this coupon. Yep. Must present coupon to get the discounted admission. As Taylor said. Any other questions? Check out YELLOWSTONEDragstrip.com.
If you can find this coupon, I actually signed this copy.
And so did I.
That's right.
That's your signature?
Yep.
No, it's not.
So if you want to steal this from the studio, you can have it and then sell it.
Well, the pen just gave out, so I didn't get to finish signing it. Hold on. I got this. So yeah, so check that out. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yep.
If you can find this ticket thing. Coupon.
Or even if you don't, you should still go.
You should go. It's going to be a whole lot of fun.
Honestly, if you don't want to pay, you can kind of just drive by the tower and they won't care.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not the tower, but...
Or you can just do what we do. Go in Friday night and stay and not pay for the rest of your family the rest of the weekend. Which is probably what these guys will do. Are you going to come out with us on Friday? I'm probably going to run Friday. I might ask for... I don't know.
I might, because I did the high school senior race, but I haven't really raced this year, so I might...
you haven't really had a chance.
Head out there. You know.
You want to run over the schedule real quick? I got to speak to the track owner, actually.
Ooh, CW. Wow, that's awesome. He hates us. Anyway. We have... Do you send CW Hard Eyes? Oh.
No.
It looked like Hard Eyes.
No, I do not.
Brawls and Burnouts will be... Oh, this Friday is the Fridays.
It is.
We don't know what that is.
We don't, and I probably won't be there.
I won't either.
I got things to do. I haven't seen my actual dad. Well, I saw him this weekend. But I haven't been with my dad in a couple of weeks, so...
And then Big Sky Nationals. Brawls and Burnouts is coming back on July 8th, so that's very exciting with the caged MMA fights.
I think I'll just call CW later. Good idea. Well, my question is he said that they're just testing tunes, but what about 7 p.m. or 5 p.m., which is qualifying, and 7 p.m.?
That's not testing tunes.
Exactly. So I wonder if that's racing and if that applies, because if so, we definitely got to get out there for points races.
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying I want to really run the car. I actually had to buy fuel from the track this weekend because I forgot to go get fuel from my loyal discounted price VP at Pelican Oil. And it cost me $15 more than it did at VP. I was just like, oh my god, I'm going to die.
Little overreaction there, huh? You know what we have coming in July 16th and 17th?
What do we got?
It's the ET brackets. After that, we have the Pack the Track and Purple just 1 week later. Junior Power Race. So if you got a junior, you can power the race.
We actually will not be here for that event.
No, you won't. At Jones Jelly Boat,
You probably won't be either, hopefully. I'm hoping you come with us.
ET brackets. What do you want?
You'll see. Just keep going on your schedule here.
All right, we got a surprise coming in the studio. We have the Street Outlaws coming back on July 30th. My face in that picture. I need to change that.
Yeah, you do.
Brawls and Burnouts, August 5th.
This is going to be interesting because the dates aren't even close to the same.
16th and 17th.
Don't do that again.
You're Qui-Gon. 6th and 7th.
What?
Because when Jar Jar grabs the food with his tongue, he's like...
That's right, I forgot about that.
The Years of Funny Car celebration, August 6th and 7th. Then the 19th and 20th is the NHRA diesel races. No, you've never been there.
We'll be right back for a commercial break.
This Saturday at the Yellowstone Drag Strip. Come on, guys, let's pack the track in purple. The Yellowstone Drag Strip will have the Purple Funny Car, the Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine, and Batman and Robin will be making a special appearance, along with their friends Captain America and the one and only Spider-Man. Gates open at 11. Show starts at 6:30. First 200 kids get your gift bags at the YDS gates. Come pack the track in purple.
So that was our commercial from last year.
Yep.
And but don't forget to come pack the track in purple
in like a month. Now we'll also have the Funny Car celebration for 50 years, August 6th and 7th.
It's gonna be really interesting.
I just said that like 3 times. Anyway, night of
what?
August 27th and 28th. You know what that is?
It is the Night of Fire, Jet Dragster side-by-side racing. First time since 2012, YDS will have side-by-sides jet cars.
What do you get if you go? If you win that night? A Wally.
Oh, it is the Wally race.
Is
Actually,
the
I
Wally
think the Wally
race.
race is the
It's
Sunday.
yeah.
So I will not be there, which pisses me off.
Oh, yeah. Sucks.
But I'll be at the USNet. So take that for what it's worth.
But you don't get a Wally.
I might. I know connections.
Can I have can I have one of your Wallies? I talked to you on the phone 2 years ago.
You mind if I have a Wally?
God.
You have like 20. I mean,
as along with the Harley race too, in the ET brackets. Menholt Classic is Labor Day weekend with the Jelly Belly wheel stander.
wait, that's the weekend I won't be here.
Street Outlaws, September 10th. Then the 17th and 18th is the last race of the season. The State Points race, the YDS King of the Track, and the ET brackets. Then y'all go home and you cry.
Another thing another thing's kind of stupid. They had last year the King of the Track. I was the champion, and I didn't get a run against the other Kings of the Track.
Well, high school doesn't count.
I still don't. Why not? We're not. I mean, we can do it.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what's coming up. Now, quickly, we got 17 minutes. We're actually filling our show tonight.
It's pretty
Never
impressive.
happens. A little bit of Nova news. Not a bad way to land the high school hot shot race. Taylor was not there, unfortunately. There were 6 of us. It was me, Zach Zier, Shelby Martell. No. It was Zach Zier, myself. Give me a minute. Kiera Cook, Jaylee Erickson, Brasser McCabe, and there was someone else.
Wow, nice.
Oh, Andrew something.
Andrew, yeah.
And, man, I'll tell you what, qualifying was so much fun. We're going to have videos coming up within the night.
You said that last week.
I know. Well, you were supposed to get on it, but anyway.
Busy.
Yeah, busy things going on here. And, so me and Zach and I is what I meant, but we have both very similar timed cars. So the racing between him and I are side by side the whole way. It is so much fun racing against Zach.
Unless you cross the center line, then it's not side by side anymore.
Then it's just get out of the way. Anyway, but it's a lot of fun, me and Zach. And we had very, very similar runs. Anyway, so we ended up facing each other in the final round to determine the hot shot of the high school class for 2016. I unfortunately broke out. I ran a 11.89 at 117 miles per hour, and I let out, so I was still hauling. I mean, I was moving on that pass. It would have been interesting to see what a full-on pass would have been. That was the fastest time of the weekend, and now that the car's back on the track, that's the fastest that car's gone. Nice. In my possession, so I think at the Big Sky Nationals, I think we're going to have a little bit of fun on Friday night. I think I'm going to try and get it up into the 11.4 room area.
room area.
Well, I'd like to get it into the 11.4s. I think it'll do it, especially with the trans brake.
Probably.
So I'm excited for that. That's coming up really soon. Anyway, and then Sunday we ended up, I believe, going out second round. Was able to beat Kiera Cook first round. I got lucky. Best part of the whole weekend. I'm not sure how it happened, but God was with me. I was going down the track, about half track, 3/4 area. My foot just randomly slipped off the gas pedal. It was like, whoop! And so I was like, crap! I got back in it. I ran a perfect dial-in. I dialed in at a 12.28, ran a 12.28 on the 2, and took home the win. And I was like excited because I just could not believe that I ran a perfect dial-in when my foot slipped off the gas. You can't do much better than that. Nope. So
that's awesome.
That was a really funny part of the event. And in the video, you'll have to see that one. You can flat out hear me say a couple of words when I get up to the booth with Matty Bear. But a lot of fun there. It was a blast. Carded absolutely great. Got third gear this weekend, so was able to hit 117 miles an hour. Everybody asked me, does that feel fast? It actually is not too bad. It does not feel terribly fast. Until you have like 400 bugs hit your windshield at the end of the track. For some reason, Sunday there was just bugs everywhere. So I'd go through the traps, and all of a sudden, just there was like my windshield was just covered in bugs, and I was just like, oh my god. So anyway, on the way back from the track, we had quite the convoy on the side of the road. I'm coming back, and all of a sudden, I kind of feel the car or the Suburban bouncing a little bit, and was kind of what's going on. I look in my mirror, and I saw something fly up, but I figured maybe I just hit something because the bumping stopped. So I just get it back up to speed, about 70 miles an hour hit. All of a sudden, I feel like I'm on a gravel road. The car's going, and I'm like, what is going on? So I pull over. I look in my mirror, and I witness half of my tire go flying off. I go, I should probably pull over now.
Probably.
So I pull over. I get out. I look, and I go, oh, great. All of the tread on my trailer tire fell off. Flat out, it fell off. There's still air in the tire. It's like a slick. It just all fell off. I was like, okay. Everybody's like, bad retread drop. Well, those tires were never retreaded. It was just obviously a flaw in the tire. So it was the guy from the ticket booth that we actually pit next to when he races, who was in front of my Suburban. Then it was my dad, also in front of my Suburban. Then it was me in the race car. And it was my mom with her and her trailer, and my stepdad with him and his camper. So we had quite the convoy of people. Oh, I forgot the guy in the middle, the starter from the starting line. He was right behind me. So we had that tire changed in no time flat. I mean, it was done. It was quick and easy. So that's kind of how that went. A lot of fun, but like I always say, if nothing goes wrong at the track, something's going to go wrong on the way home. Accurate! And when have I ever said that? Never. Yeah. But it's true. So, but no, it was a great race weekend. So, I'm looking forward to this next race weekend. It's going to be weird having a weekend off, my first weekend off.
Yeah.
Not really looking forward to it. I like getting out to the track. Kind of gets my head off of things that my head doesn't need to focus on. It always focuses on, and I hate it, and it drives me nuts. So, yeah, that's why I like going racing so much, is because I'm able to clear my head, think about nothing but the race car. Nothing else matters at that point. When I'm in the car, I'm buckled in, I'm ready to go. Yeah, winning is fun, winning is important, but I'll tell you what, this new car's kind of opened a little bit of light for me, because I know it could be a championship car, but I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Not a bad way to start.
No, not bad.
So, and Taylor Larson hopefully going to make his actual appearance, or grand opening sort of deal.
Yeah.
Coming up for the Big Sky Nationals.
It's going to be pretty awesome.
So, I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
Got a couple of people talking to me about another race car. So we'll find out what happens there in a couple of weeks, give or take. That's pretty much covers everything, I believe, tonight.
Nice.
Rayleigh did all right in the junior. He actually won one round. So, other than that, we're going to start working on commercials again tonight. Get those up and going for the Big Sky Nationals, and then get them ready for the jet cars. Other than that, that's pretty much all I have for the night.
Me too.
You know,
Great night.
Ryan McQueen getting the rest of his jet car put together. We're still working on interviews for the year, but now that we are in race season, things are in full swing for us. So it probably won't come till after our season, unless we hook up with someone. You know, that's. Yeah, me too. Tell me about it. Anyway, unless we are able to talk to somebody on DRW coming up.
Yep.
Hope we got some nice pictures from YDS last weekend. So thanks for that. Stacy, one of our photographers, will be hopefully back out of the track this weekend, or for our next race, and she said she's willing to get us some pictures. So
nice.
Hoping to have a couple, not hero cards made, but I'm hoping to get the one pictures, like the one that we saw with the back of the car.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to have Stacy get a picture when I wheel stand the car. Hoping to get those set in stone and print those out for people. Sign them.
Nice.
Send them over to like friends and stuff that are leaving, you know, Montana, or not, maybe not so much Montana, but leaving. One of my good friends, Bailey, who helped to get the decals off the old car.
Oh, yeah.
She's headed to Bozeman. And so I told her I'd get her a couple of pictures and sign them and send them her way. So that way, you know, when you and I are big time, and she can be like, "This is the kind of things he used to do before he went big time." It'll be fun. I'm probably never going to sell that car. I don't plan on it. It's my favorite car.
Cool.
Beautiful car.
It's pretty awesome.
It is. Hopefully Taylor Larson can have something before next year.
I'm actually buying your car.
No, you're not. We do have a couple of deals that we're hoping to get set up. If none nuts here would get into some money, start saving some so we can buy them. Oh, yep. There's a couple of deals up on Craigslist and stuff like that for race car. If he buys the car, I can help him build it. I mean,
Yeah.
we've got enough knowledge stuff now that we could probably get it all set up. So, hey, if you guys missed last week's show, don't forget to tune into it. It was a hilarious show. Random topics. Very random topics. And, well, if not,
you're missing out.
You're missing out. Thanks to everybody that listens. Nobody listens live. That's why we stopped caring what time we start.
Exactly. We usually try to start at 7. It was 6:50. I was like, let's go eat dinner. He was like,
We gotta start the show.
0 listeners.
Yeah, exactly. So, but hopefully you guys listen. That did not sound good. Hopefully you guys listen a little bit later. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the show.
We did forget about the Periscope tonight.
I know. My phone was dead.
Good.
Almost dead anyway. I purposely did it. So,
cool.
We'll be back later. We got tons of work to do here in the studio tonight, and I just don't know how much we're gonna get done.
None.
I'm so tired from work. I've been literally going to bed every night at 10 and just passing out. I don't want to hear it.
Sometimes you just gotta sleep.
Yeah, and the worst thing is in the mornings. I hate getting up. 7 every morning.
Tell Kurt I quit.
I thought about it today. I was like, man, I just don't want to do this anymore. But I know if I throw this away, I'm done. I spent almost $200 today on tools because I'm getting sent out in the field.
Nice.
Finally, so once I start doing that, I'll be making more money. Hopefully, I get a raise soon. So I'm working with Kurt's kid. He's kind of He's 11. He's kind of starting to take over my position somewhat. Cleaning the shop, kind of that kind of thing. Because Kurt is wanting to send me out on stuff, get me going. He's hoping within the next month I'll be doing AC stuff by myself, which is a lot. But it's actually not terrible. I've got most of it down. Blah, 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 blah. So there's still some stuff that I need to learn, and I don't know that. Anyway, so I'm working with him on getting everything ready to go, and I was like, did he already quit? I guess that the second day that he was working, he already asked for a raise. So that was kind of hilarious. So anyway, guys, that's going to conclude the show. We got 4 minutes left, but we can't forget our extra provided by Five Finger Death Punch. Love those guys. That's all I can say.
That's all we can say
love
about
them. They're
so cool.
Badass. They're
Yeah.
awesome.
Yep.
And hopefully we get to meet them this year.
Great.
So anyway, guys, check us out on Facebook, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Is there anything I need to do here? Shut down this thing?
No, we're good.
Anyway, so check us out on YouTube. Don't forget that we're coming on YouTube very, very soon. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, 1,000th like on Facebook. It's free here to the t-shirt decal. So, moving the show on the Alright, Jackson. Walk it off. Jackson is out of here, ready to go make some commercials. Alright, I am out. Talk to you guys all next week. Drag Racing Week. Bye. Any of the music produced tonight by Five Death Punch, so please do not sue us.